your strength. And let's lift up our brother in prayer, and let's just raise our voices and I'll close it off. Let's pray.
I'm always gonna love breaking, you know what I mean? Like, I love everything about it. But that passion to go out and just keep on dancing, it just wasn't there anymore, you know? Like, my life was like, you know, it felt like it was over. And that's when I met Janice, and she took me to church. And when she took me to church, it was different, man. It just like, you know, like, it changed my life, you know what I mean? It gives me a different meaning in life. I don't dance for myself anymore, you know? I dance for God now. And it actually gave me back my passion in my life, you know? Like, it gives me a reason for wanting to dance.
Honestly, like, I think he's actually just passing his turbulent times, you know, like, but it seems like his outlook is coming from somewhere different now ever since he found God. And those turbulent times where he had all his inner conflicts and outer conflicts doesn't really mean that much to him anymore. And he's found like a new love for it through God and through community and, you know, bonding and relationships with people.
Yeah, well, after King of the Ring, right, I guess, like, you know, I came to a point where I was practicing, but I was like, why am I practicing for now? Like, what reason do I break? What am I training for? And so one day I was just like, you know what? I think I'm gonna quit. Like, b-boying is like a struggling artist thing, you know, and what happens when you get old? And breaking's brought me to a point where I go, you know what? I can do great things for b-boying, for the community. What I'm trying to get out of going to the Philippines is, like, I want to teach for free. I want to walk away and be knowing that, like, I planted some seeds. If I can do that for my country in 10 years, maybe it's maybe big. They could really use something like hip-hop here, you know what I mean? Something like breaking, you know? All they have is to sit on the street, play with things, you know, get in trouble. They just don't have much, you know? And that was the same circumstances that it was in New York, in the Bronx, back in the day when it was so bad. People are living in the same situation out here. I believe that because of what hip-hop is, it's meant for people who struggle, you know? And I think that, like, it would get out there, it would do good. It's not enough for me. I don't want to end a career like this, like just for myself. I want to do something like change things, not just as the B-boy Dyzee, but just as a guy who did something good for the community. Topic of that we've been speaking about to a lot of my friends and a lot of my different partners around the world is we talk about how, like, it's strange how Filipino b-boys or legends all over the world of the Filipino heritage has influenced the movement of underground hip-hop throughout the entire world, right? Like, you have like you know, Qbert, right? One of the top or most known Filipino DJs. And then some of the invisible scratch pickles, and then not only that, but a lot of the b-boys that came out in the 90s during the evolution era of b-boying. The evolution era of b-boying is when it died out in the 80s and started evolving in the 90s and going into the 2000s, where a lot of the people that were bringing it up there to the mainstream, taking it to a new level, it was a lot of Filipinos. Like, you know, they say Wicket, you know, Remind is half Filipino, you have Cloud. People say me.
I mean, it's kind of the obvious thing what happened with America's Best Dance Crew. You had at least, it's been, 4 seasons, and at least 3 of those seasons you had each group in it have at least 2 Pnoise in it. So, like, with Jabberwockies, you have, like, Chris from Full Force Super Crew and Rainin from California Full Force in Jabberwockies. And then you had the next year you had Super Crew, you had Ronnie, who was a BC1 winner, and Rockadile and Vex, who are Pnoy. And then in year 3, you had Quest crew. Dietrich is Pnoise, and I'm sure some of the other guys are. I don't know who the other guys are, but those guys are definitely Pnoise. And yeah, just because of that show, I think even in America there's like a standard that Filipinos are good dancers. Like there used to be like just this standard of like, oh, black people are the best dancers and stuff like that. I think Filipinos have achieved that now. Like people look at Filipinos like, you know, in America anyway, and maybe even the world, they look at it like, wow, Filipinos are good dancers. And then of course you have from here, Filipino All Stars. They won Hip Hop International in Vegas, and then they won a competition out in Africa too, as far as hip hop choreo.
There's two scenes, right? There is the Filipino balikbayan scene, right? All the international Filipino b-boys around the world, and then there is the native Filipino b-boy scene. Okay, the native Filipino b-boy scene is very new, right? It's starting to grow, while the balikbayan international Filipino b-boy scene has already made a name, right? It's already inspired the whole entire b-boy community, the whole b-boy scene worldwide. Okay,
and just worldwide, like for instance, just like in just dancing, right? Like a lot of Asian countries, or just even a lot of countries, really look at Filipinos as good dancers, and I think it's because socially we were brought up that way. Like Filipinos are like, we have a party for any reason. Oh, it's a blackout, let's have a party. Oh, my daughter had her period, let's have a party. And there'll definitely be music and dancing, while other cultures, maybe it's like, it'll be a party that they'll just be drinking or something like that, or playing mahjong, or I don't know, whatever, just chilling, right? While we would actually, you know, even the Christmas parties here, you had employees, they have to make up a dance routine. That's part of a Christmas party, right? That doesn't happen in America, but it happens here, you know? So I think as far as the dancing, like just Filipinos are natural dancers.
We dance, we sing, you know, we're happy, we like to express ourselves in different ways. After all this training, we've decided to, I'm going to organize this event called Back to Underground Manila. Back to Underground is an event that I've been holding in Toronto since 1999, and it really developed the scene out in Toronto to what it is today. And today is the day after all my 2.5-month long trip around Philippines and Asia. I've been teaching b-boys from all different crews. I've actually went to each crew where they live. Some are rich, a lot are really poor, and I've been training them. I wanted to meet the crews. Instead of doing like workshops, I wanted to actually meet the crew individually so that there'll be some actual relationship building in there. Get to know what they're about in breaking, what's their strengths and what's their weaknesses, and then just train them how to, like, you know, get better at battling, prepare them for worldwide international competitions. So I've done this with 6 crews now, and today is the day where I am going to organize an event for them to battle. You know, just really put their skills to a test, you know, whatever I've taught them, see how they get to use it. I hope to raise the level of the b-boys here in the Philippines, that one day, you know, other b-boys from around the world can see them and they can make some noise. Hence, I call it Project Pnoise, right? P as in Pinoy, noise, because the Pnoise, which is the word for Filipino here, Pnoise will make noise. Project Pnoise. Yeah, so it's kind of like goes together. Yeah, and not only that, it's the first time in Philippine b-boy history that the winning crew is going to be able to send 3 of their members to Korea to battle at the R16. Yep, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be hot. Don't know what's going to happen today, but I really hope that everything works out and pulled together nicely. You know, the b-boys are going to have a lot of fun, you know, and it'll spark something new in the hearts of other b-boys out here. You know what I mean? Check it out.
We're on the way to the jam, and you're going to be the camera woman. How do you feel?
I feel honored.
Let's just pass this one.
Are you excited for Dyzee? He's finally getting his jam going.
Yes, and I feel
Probably excited.
like, yeah, I'm really excited. And I'm excited to be the camera woman because
Let's try this.
I want to have phallic power.
happening? We just came from a jam, one of the biggest jams here in the Philippines. Back to the underground Manila, thrown by Dyzee.
What R16 actually stands for is respect and 16 nations. But this year there's actually only 8 of them. But the reason being is that like this year we have 2 crews who are actually from like a new nation because we've never actually had them before. So the 2 new nations is Puerto Rico and Philippines. You know, there's a lot of people from the Philippines that are like in the United States that are like, you know, Bboys, but like we don't really see them from coming out of Philippines. So they're just trying to like prove that fact also.
Team Philippines this year representing includes 3 B-boys from the Philippines, namely Bboy Reflex, myself, Bboy Jolo, and Bboy Sam1, teaming up with 5 international B-boys, Bboy Dyzee from Canada, and Bboy Lil Bob, Jeromski, Free, and Reveal, all from the United States. So for the battle, basically the 3 B-boys here in the Philippines, me, Sam1, and Jolo, basically we train together almost the entire half of the summer, creating routines where our own routines and routines where we can incorporate the 5 B-boys from abroad. And when we get to Korea, we have 3 days to prepare and team up with them and try to gel as a crew.
The 3 Filipino natives, they came with the show concept and basically all the choreography and a lot of routines, which totally helped us out because me, Jeromski, and Free and Reveal, we didn't have the opportunity to, you know, gather and work on anything because of our, you know, the distance between us. So they came through with a lot of ill material, which, you know, we were so thankful they did. And we basically just kind of infused our ideas in, and but we hit it hard. We practiced for like 5 hours, you know what I mean? Like a couple days for the jam, just to get that vibe and just to get these routines. And that's what really, to me, like melded it, because we're all on the same page and it was teamwork, you know? Like no one wanted to not be a part of the team because it was all about representing, so.
We usually practice from 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. because we don't have time during the day. So we practice at night at the practice room that is provided by R16. Yeah, in a hotel with music, aircon, water, free food. Yeah.
R16 for me is a blessing. It's a blessing from God because I didn't even expect that we will be able to represent our country to Korea and internationally, you know what I'm saying?
Actually, for me, it really means a lot to me because I'm from the Philippines and I was born there, I grew up there, and never have I ever represented, like, you know, my native land. So I was really looking forward to like teaming up with these guys.
They're really friendly. It's as if they're not famous people. They're just like normal people that you see down the street, their neighbors. Parang wala silang na-achieve na parang awards and wins in battles. So I guess parang it made me realize na it's really not about what you gain sa b-boy. Parang it's really about you know, getting together, doing what you love to do, and unifying people. You know.
I've been dancing for a while now, and I'm always looking for inspiration or understanding why I should take my stuff to the next level. You know, because I've done a lot of battles, a lot of shows, and I always ask myself, you know, how can I take myself to the next level? And so it's always an understanding that I have to go through a process to see, you know, why am I going to battle again? You know, as far as what will inspire me to take myself and train myself to battle. And it was Project Pnoise that really inspired me to go out there and represent for Philippines.
I got to practice more, get back into it harder. Because this is it's a big jam, so it's a lot of competition. And
R16 was the first opportunity I got to travel out of the, overseas and just was like represent and have fun. You know what I mean? And I wasn't used to that. I've been used to traveling, ever since I was 16. It was like, yo, we gotta win. We can't lose. We have to smoke these dudes. And I had to change my mindset because it was like, we were dancing for a bigger cause. It wasn't for me or it wasn't for the people behind me. It was for like a whole country, a whole nation, a whole movement. You know what I mean? Like all these Pnoise B-boys that back home that are gonna be like, yo, they're gonna be amped and they're gonna realize like, we can't be hurt. You know what I mean?
And I come through ill. Savage on the floor with the musical skill. All over the globe in your battlefield. Test me, soldier, do what you feel. Being had stripes, you tryna earn them. Check my resume, so as I burn them. I don't waste time with the rookie sensation, so hop back in line. What you doing in the veteran safe? Wait, ready for this right here. You ain't original, you're looking like a fighter. Better take cover, get the coast and clear. What you doing in the veteran safe? Wait, ready for this right here. You ain't original, you're looking like a fighter. Better take cover, get the coast and clear. What you doing in the veteran safe? What you doing in the veteran safe? What you doing in the veteran safe? Better take cover, get the coast and clear. At AT&T, and at the end of the season, I'm MVP. Break boy, feeling, give a fuck about a million. I'm awake and alive, and cool with that feeling. That go to the ceiling, no need for that. I'ma take it to your cool where your minutes is at. Do big wick, thick with the flow. I bet you never knew that the kick could blow. Show who's in control, and it ain't them there. Catch me overseas, free airfare. What you doing in the veteran safe? Wait, ready for this right here. You ain't original, you're looking like a fighter. Better take cover, get the coast and clear. What you doing in the veteran safe? Wait, ready for this right here. You ain't original, you're looking like a fighter. Better take cover, get the coast and clear. What you doing in the veteran safe? What you doing in the veteran safe? What you doing in the veteran safe? Better take cover, get the coast and clear.
Grabe, kakaiba tong R16. Masaya talaga kami na may opportunity na to na makapag-represent kami. So, ayun. Wala akong masabi. It's all good. Everything in the battles. So, that's it. Solstice crew represent Project Pnoise. Peace.
Right, dude, right now, just right after R16 World International Finals, it was so hyped. It was hyped. It was a mix of nervousness but excitement. But at the same time, I just wanna do it, keep rocking it. It was amazing. It takes your breath away. Standing on that stage right there, staying in the middle, especially when you're dancing. You feel the music in the crowd and your opponent in front of the entire world, in front of the world B-boy community, knowing that you're representing Filipinos, you're representing the B-boy community, you're representing your crew on stage, Project Pnoise Worldwide, and my crew back at home, Solstice Crew Philippines. It just takes your breath away, it's surreal, it's a dream. Damn, that's it right there. It was amazing.
I think Project Pnoise was a success because our aim was to inspire people and let them know that the Philippines is representing. You know what I mean? So yeah, we did what we had to do. We represented well. We were able to beat Puerto Rico and the All-Star team, right, which was a close battle, and we also, held our own against Jinjo. So yeah, it's good. Yeah, people are talking about it, and a lot of us Pnoise are like want to battle together again and represent Project Pnoise.
Like with this particular jam, representing with the B-boys, with the brothers from the Philippines, also working together as a team, definitely I learned a lot. Because my crew, Circle of Fire, that's my family. I worked with them for a long time. We have a different chemistry, but with these guys in general, in particular, definitely learned something new, because I've never met these guys before until today or this event. So for us to try and build a chemistry to try and work as a team is definitely something new for me, you know what I mean? Especially with the other B-boys too, like Reveal, Jeromski, Lil Bob, Dyzee. I haven't really worked with them so much, so there's always something new. I learned a lot as far as working as a team with a different kind of chemistry, you know what I mean? But I feel comfortable with these guys, we definitely click as far as working as a family. I felt close to them. There wasn't no weird vibe or any tension, you know what I mean? So that was good. I always learn something new every time I come across meeting new people. You always got to build something in order to keep going forward. I want to go back for many reasons, like to go see where my neighborhood was when I grew up. I also want to see my family, but yeah, definitely I want to help out with the scene for sure. I teach kids now, and something about this dance, this culture, is really something fulfilling for for your soul, even for the community. So for me to go back there, I'll go out there for free, you know what I mean, and just help out with the scene, share my experience, and at the same time hopefully help myself grow, as far as sharing the knowledge, learning something new, exchanging ideas, concepts. I definitely want to. I know Jesse was telling me that he's building a studio out there, which is dope, for the b-boys or dancers, and I want to go down there and visit, and just build, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I definitely want to go back there for sure. With this dance, this culture, just you know what I mean? Just take it to heart. This is something that helps anybody from anywhere, help you grow. This hip hop culture is here to bring the youth, the community, uplift our spirit, you know what I mean? With everything that's going around the world, all this negativity, this dance, this culture is going to help us, forget about all that. So, in the words of Africa Bambaataa, peace, love, unity, and having fun, and let's keep doing this. Peace.
I'm really inspired to go out there and help the scene out. It's just a matter of just the time and just make sure my schedule is not too busy. I just block out time. So hopefully, I've been working on some connections out there and talking to some people out there. So hopefully soon, God willing, that I'll make it out there and do a workshop.
I'll go back there for free and do whatever I can to uplift the youth and the scene out there.
I think we all kind of got a real resurgence of we want to go to our homeland and teach and give back. You know what I mean? Give back to all the kids that are looking up to us, and I feel like it's our duty. We have to come back and get Philippines to a competitive level so they can enter Battle of the Year's, UK champs, because the talent is there. We just have to cultivate a little more, and yeah, but just to be with the people, is makes me want to just hang out. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think we all, we definitely need to come out with more workshops, and we definitely need to come out with more everything, and realize that Philippines is there. There is a lot of talent coming up, and they are the future for us. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And for me personally, right now I just fresh graduate out of college, and I'm just really trying to hustle, trying to give back to the community as much as I can by teaching proper education, which I learned from the pioneers and from my mentors abroad. Just try to let people understand this dance more. Let them try to understand more that it's more than just several moves put together that creates the definition of b-boying. I'm trying to share that concept that b-boying is a way of movement, even beyond dancing itself.